Hey everyone and welcome to Sunny Days. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 is the most expensive book-style foldable phone priced at Rs 1,55,000. But is it any good? Well, after using the Samsung Fold 5 as my daily driver smartphone, I am convinced that book-style foldables are the future. And I mostly had a positive experience with the Fold 5. But there are some negatives too. So here's my full review of the latest Samsung foldable after a full 5 months of use. Before we get started, it's worth noting that when I gave my first impressions about the phone back in August, there was almost zero competition to the Z Fold 5 in India. Fast forwarding to January 2024, things have changed. We now have a very well-known player, OnePlus, trying its luck in the foldable space with the OnePlus Open. I did not get a chance to use the OnePlus Open thoroughly, although I did get some hands-on time with the device last month. Anyway, let's get on with this review now, shall we? Now, ever since I saw the Fold 5 and took it in my hands, I was impressed by the in-hand feel of the foldable. It leaves an impression that something opulent and costly is in our possession. The narrow width and the tall design make it really comfortable to hold. The metal sides and the matte texture on the back make it more premium, but the latter doesn't help with the grip. It's better to slap a case on. Although the matte back does resist fingerprints, the shiny metallic sides does attract them. The hinge is sturdier now and does a good job of allowing the phone to fold flat without leaving a gap, and that is a major upgrade from the predecessor. The phone no longer feels flimsy and the folding mechanism is solid and strong. Moving on to the display, it's almost the same from its predecessors, although it is said to be improved by a slight margin. The crease is still visible, but despite that, it may not bother you in daily use. After all, you get a massive panel for doing things. The 7.6-inch screen on the inside is smooth and bright, coming up at 120Hz and 1750 nits peak brightness. It's a perfect panel for reading articles and books from Kindle or other apps. For videos though, you either have to watch them with black borders or zoom in, which does cut out some content, but it's an enjoyable display regardless. Now, coming from a regular smartphone, this massive screen opens up several opportunities. You can use the device as a portable PC. Thanks to the taskbar, it shows up all the recents and some extra apps for you to quickly switch on to them. Moreover, there's an app tray option that lets you open any app without closing the one you're already in. Now, this gives a seamless experience. All of this allows for a great multitasking experience. The outer display is sized 6.2 inches and it has the same 120Hz refresh rate. It's a narrow panel, which you may or may not like. For me, it's a decent size as it lets me do quick tasks like doing a Google search or checking WhatsApp. And when it's time to play some media, I switch to the main 7.6-inch screen. Now, do keep in mind that both the front and the inner display are susceptible to scratches despite having Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection. So do not keep the device and your house keys together in your pocket, and applying a screen protector would be a great idea. Also, one thing to keep in mind is that you need to use the screen protector and the case from the same brand for a good fit. Otherwise, the screen protector can peel off from the sides. Here I have used the Spigen clear case and screen protector and everything fits well. Overall, the narrow design of the Z Fold 5 has grown on me. It's a pretty good experience for those who haven't tried book-style foldable phones before. It's also a head-turner since you walk around with a phone which looks sleek and uncommon. Also, this icy blue color feels fresh and looks elegant. The one area where Samsung does need to improve is the camera, especially on their Fold devices. Despite having a triple camera setup, having both ultra-wide and telephoto lenses, the overall camera performance is not as good as Samsung's flagship Galaxy S23 or S24 Ultra. Also, it's the same setup as the predecessor Z Fold 4. Now, don't get me wrong, the cameras do a pretty good job of giving good images with the main 50-megapixel Samsung GN3 lens, but not the best considering the phone's price. The 12-megapixel ultra-wide and 3x telephoto sensors are decent. Now let's break it down. The main lens is a capable lens that does work like it should. Samsung's processing turns the images quite vibrant, which I don't mind actually. You don't need to edit much after taking the shot. The sharpness in the photos is on point, and portrait shots are also pretty good. In low light as well, the sensor takes likable pictures. The white balance though sometimes is out of place. The ultra-wide images look decent but sometimes lack sharpness. Unlike the images from the main lens, the ultra-wide shots are less punchy. The telephoto is pretty good but needs some light to offer good results. The skies look good in the pictures, but sometimes there's no consistency in the colors. The 10 megapixel selfie camera is just average, and the internal 4 megapixel under display camera appears to be a placeholder. The video quality is decent and likable, with an 8K recording option as well, but it's nowhere near iPhone levels. But the gap is slowly closing, especially with the new S24 Ultra. You're free to judge the phone's camera by seeing all the uploaded images and videos. Holistically, the camera system is good, but my question to Samsung is that if a phone costs upwards of 1.5 lakh rupees, why doesn't it get a camera system like the S23 or the S24 Ultra? I'm not talking about the same sensors, but at least on par with it. Of course, there needs to be some space to accommodate for the hardware, and it will take the price even further up. But if it's the costliest Samsung phone, I feel Samsung really shouldn't compromise with its cameras. I'm shooting now at 4K 60 frames per second, and let me know how's the quality. It's quite a well lit room. Of course, it's lit by sunlight. There's no artificial lighting here. Also, the lights are switched off. So let me know how's the dynamic range and the lighting and the ISO acting up, since the light is really coming from the front now. So this is the camera capability when shooting video at 4K 60 frames per second. Audio is coming from the internal microphone. This is a test of the Samsung Z Fold 5. We are shooting now at 4K 30 frames per second. Do let me know how the quality of the video is and how is the quality of the internal mic. My living room has the fan switched on, so let me know how the audio quality sounds. So we are shooting now in 4K 30 frames per second. Audio is coming from the internal mics of the Z Fold 5. Everything is on auto, and now I have the capability of going a little wider. So that's the wide zoom, that's the normal camera, the main camera, and I'm zooming in now. So let me know how this looks and sounds. This is a video test of the Samsung Galaxy Fold 5. I'm shooting at Full HD 60 frames per second. Audio is coming from the internal mics. Let me know how's the quality. I'm going to zoom in now. This is a video test of the Full HD camera at 60 frames per second. This is a test of the selfie camera. I'm taking a video at 4K 60 frames per second. Again, audio is from the internal mics. Let me know how this sounds and how does this look. So this is a test of the Samsung Fold 5 front-facing camera. I'm shooting at Full HD 60 frames per second, and this audio is coming from the internal mics. So let me know how this sounds. Now coming to performance, this smartphone does almost everything that you throw at it, whether it be basic scrolling through social media feeds, watching videos, or even playing heavy games. It does it all with ease. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset inside can do almost every task, and pair it with 12 GB of LPDDR5X RAM and fast UFS 4.0 storage. The phone handles background apps with ease and offers fast app and game launch timings. Although it does offer a smooth performance, I found that the phone heats up a little bit. Now this has improved over time with firmware updates. I played some games on the device for about 30 minutes and the device did get hot. Now, I don't play a lot of games and use my Fold mainly for productivity tasks, but for those who want to game with the Fold 5, you may need to check the heating on the phone. Now, other than that, I did not find any major heating issues and the phone just got warm with everyday medium to heavy use. Now, I live in Mumbai, India, where it is about 25 to 30 degrees Celsius for most of the year, so that may be a contributing factor too. Thankfully, all that heating doesn't translate into performance loss, so that's great. Now coming to the battery, the Z Fold 5 packs the same battery as the Z Fold 4, that is a 4400 mAh cell. While it may look smaller for a phone that has two displays, it can offer you a day's battery with moderate usage. Now my usage involves scrolling through social media apps, jumping from Instagram to X, which is Twitter, watching YouTube videos and reading books or articles on the Kindle app and on the web. And for such a usage, it may offer a day of battery life when using Wi-Fi and mobile data, both as per the availability. However, if you're a gamer or a heavy user who's always on your phone, get ready to charge the device in the afternoon. The 25-watt charging speed is really slow. Samsung should at least give 45 watts charging as with the Galaxy S23 and S24 Ultra. Now, apart from this, the connectivity on the device was seamless. I faced no call-related issues and the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth performance was solid. The device has a side-mounted fingerprint scanner and facial unlock support for security. Both worked perfectly well and I found myself using the fingerprint scanner most of the time as it's quick and reliable. Now, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 has an IPX8 rating, so it can handle some fresh water for up to 1.5 meters, but it's still not dust resistant. And as for the speakers, the dual setup gets pretty loud on the device, allowing you to get an immersive video watching and music listening experience.
iPads are special devices, super portable with a modern industrial design, and they can go where a laptop cannot in terms of usability and productivity. And here is a review of my 12.9-inch M1 iPad Pro cellular version and my thoughts after living with it for about 4 months. The M1 iPad Pro design hasn't changed. Important to note that the M1 iPad Pro is big. The 12.9-inch display means that this is a particularly large slate. To be honest, I bought the 11-inch model and returned it as I finally found it almost similar in size to my older 9.7-inch iPad Pro. Personally, I love this 12.9-inch screen size, but many will prefer the smaller 11-inch model or something even smaller like the iPad mini from 2019. But if you're like me, and if you're happy with the larger design, you will also benefit from a larger display. But
Software-wise, Samsung has done a great job of tweaking the software for a foldable layout. Now, this is also one of the main reasons that I decided to go with Samsung, as they have optimized the software really well. The taskbar made me use it like a PC by allowing me to switch between apps one by one. The multitasking experience is also very good, and it also has the advantage of Samsung DeX. However, there are some caveats here. The Z Fold 5 slim design makes it run a little hot at times, and I wish Samsung fixes that. As I said before, while doing my first impressions, there was no competition to the Samsung Foldable. Now things have changed with the OnePlus Open in the Indian market, which I used for some time, and its design and wider front display are much more usable. The camera system could be better considering that this is a flagship device. Also, Samsung should improve the charging speed from 25 to 45 watts at least. And lastly, Samsung, it's time that you revamp the design. It's working, but it's the same for the third year in a row. Please give us a wider and more usable outer display. That would be a game changer. So, should you buy the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5? Of course you should buy the Galaxy Z Fold 5 if you have the money. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 is a solid book-style foldable phone that may grow on you as you continue using it. The narrow design offers a great in-hand feel. its camera system is decent, and the performance is top notch. So I hope this 5-month usage review of the Fold 5 was a good insight for you and helps you in your purchase decision. If you're a Samsung Fold user, do let me know in the comments about your experiences. Smash the like button if you truly like this video, and please do subscribe to my channel and share my videos, as this really helps my channel to grow. This is Sunny from Sunny Days signing off. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Take care.